Welcome to Flavors of Dubuque, a city tour for your taste buds. In this episode, we're taking you around the world without making you step outside of city limits. Sushi, panzerotti, or a sizzling fajita. It's all home cooked here in Dubuque. Your taste buds will be well traveled by the end of this episode of Flavors of Dubuque. First stop, Taiko, a Japanese steakhouse and sushi bar. One of the best things about it? Well, it's one of the few places in town that actually lets you play with your food. Taiko specializes in gourmet sushi and food served hot from the teppanyaki grill. Between the fire and the entertainment, it's more than just a meal.
Not only eat your dinner, I can play something with customers together. We're fun.
Watching the food being prepared is an experience all its own.
And just great ambiance, I guess is the best way to say it. Just nice and comfortable and away from noise.
Part of the problem is I spent so much time watching that I wasn't eating.
One of the most amazing tricks starts with an everyday vegetable.
I just get the flaming onion.
The volcano.
Yeah, we gotta try that.
No, they make us like onions and there's a baby that squirts out water. It looks like a cream.
That's the Taiko Fire Marshal. The fun doesn't stop once the onion finds its home in a traditional teppanyaki meal. The owner has lots of tricks up his sleeve.
I don't know what it is. Is it real? It's frozen. Okay, you guys with me?
Octopus? Here in the restaurant? Run! Run for your lives!
It's frozen.
It's frozen. Have you ever seen one before?
No.
None of the pools you go to have octopus?
No.
And while the octopus is a great party trick, customers don't have to worry about finding it in their food. Unless they order it from the sushi bar.
Lots of different kind of octopus, but only this kind can serve for the like sushi or sashimi.
Okay. If octopus isn't your choice, they have over 100 items for you to choose from on the sushi menu, the most popular being the Phoenix roll. It all starts with a piece of seaweed and a handful of rice.
It's a special rice. Before they steam the rice, also they have put some Japanese vinegar, the sweet vinegar.
Then comes the homemade crab salad.
Inside is a shrimp tempura that deep fry the shrimp first.
He tops it off with some crab and slices it up. Then come the finishing touches. Homemade sauce, a little bit of crunch. The Phoenix roll is served. The gourmet sushi is one of the reasons people come to Taiko, but another is...
My birthday.
Your birthday? Whose birthday? Yours? The same day? How can that be? Twins? You're Minnesota Twins baseball players?
No.
How old are you both today?
You're what? 29?
29 actually.
29.
For the 15th time, yeah.
I want to let happy birthday today in Taiko. And you want to sing a birthday song for it, alright? So 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
And if you're of age, birthdays get even more fun with sake bombs. And that's about as close as you can get to experiencing Taiko without walking through the doors. But I recommend that you do. Stop out and try the sushi. Sit at the teppanyaki table. You could even try your hand at chopsticks, the Japanese kind.
Chinese chopstick is like that. The Japanese chopstick is like that.
Okay, more pointed.
Because 100, 200 years ago, samurai go to the restaurant eat, have put the samurai sword outside the restaurant, but still have somebody want to kill him, right? So they have used chopstick.
For ninja attacks, they can use chopsticks.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Not here.
Nope.
Taiko is safe.
A safe bet for a good time in Dubuque. Next stop is a bar-restaurant combo that's been spicing up University Avenue for over a decade.
It's just a wonderful little neighborhood bar.
It's Fat Tuesdays.
Fast is kind of the Cheers of Dubuque.
You know, everybody knows your name. It's just a local bar. That's right. No, don't listen to him.
It's like Cheers, but with food.
Cajun.
It's not just typical bar food. It's not everything fried. You get fresh stuff.
You just know everything on the menu is going to be good, I guess.
You know, when you think about bars and bar food, this is the exact opposite of that. I mean, they have a regular restaurant type menu.
We do a lot of Cajun American. The old owners were actually from Louisiana, so he took the Cajun theme and ran with it.
Ran straight into serving up Cajun specials.
Well, tonight they have the Cajun seafood griddle.
It's an andouille sausage,
shark,
blackened chicken, shrimp, scallops, and then different vegetables.
Red onions, mushrooms, and green peppers.
Pasta with rice,
tuna,
at Jack Daniel's place.
But I really like Rico's food. It's very good.
Rico's just trying to make it authentic.
It's funny because we get a lot of people that actually come up from Louisiana and state that they think some of our gumbos and jambalaya are more traditional than some of the items they find down there, and it's a nice compliment.
The Cajun recipes are as authentic as the atmosphere.
Good atmosphere.
The small bar atmosphere. Not a big fancy restaurant.
It's just a good local scene, good bartenders, good drinks, good atmosphere. Shoot some hoops and have some fun.
And fun is what Fats is all about.
You can have a few beers, you know, hang out with friends, have a great meal. It's sort of all the things that you look for in one place.
It's a neighborhood bar where everybody's friendly. Like I said, everybody knows your name, and you can walk into the bar and nobody thinks you shouldn't be here. It's just a friendly bar.
It's very, very easygoing. It's a fun place to come to. Get your drinks right away, get your food right away. Very personable.
I would say it's kind of your classic hole-in-the-wall bar, but with really great food and a really great atmosphere, and I know it's a place where people have a good time.
Try to be between 21 and 71, and we'll get along great. That's the only simple rules we have. We open the doors, everybody comes in, they get along, otherwise we ask them to have a nice day and we kind of send them on their way. So that's the easiest way.
That's the Fats way. Nestled on the corner of 13th and Main, Mario's is a Dubuque landmark. Named for the man himself, this Italian restaurant is about as authentic as they come.
Hometown atmosphere.
Casual and comfortable.
Well, it's not hard to love Italian food.
The bread, the panzerotti.
The Sicilian salad.
The cannoli.
Lasagna.
Pasta with meatballs.
And the spumante.
Spaghetti.
And the panzerotti.
This is some serious cooking.
Yes, that's cooking.
Mario and Angelina have been doing serious cooking for over 30 years.
I see something or I hear something someplace, I reproduce it. And that's what I create all the stuff myself. Now I know I have to look for recipe and I have to like put an inventory to find something.
There's not a cookbook in the building.
No.
Well, I don't look at the book. Everything is scratch.
Okay.
So I cook every morning. I do something else. I cook everything, cooking with my hands.
Who needs a cookbook when you've got recipes straight from Italy?
I definitely was craving this all day, and I was telling everybody at work, I'm like, I am going to get panzerotti today. I don't care if I have to go down there by myself.
I order panzerotti every time. I keep thinking I'm going to try something else, and then we get here, and I decide I just don't want to miss it.
I always get the Sicilian salad, and every now and then I go nuts and I also get the minestrone soup.
When you're feeling crazy.
Yeah, I'm just feeling like I gotta break loose. Yeah.
Every year for everyone's birthday, we'd always come here and just basically fill up her face with panzerotti and spumante.
Pizza bread with the red sauce.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So let's get cooking. What are we going to make today here now?
Today I made a stuffed shell, the Fiorentine. So that's a ricotta, a spinach, and then I put just a Parmigiano cheese, a little bit salt, a little bit of pepper, and then you take it and you cook the noodle, and then you stuff inside with a spoon.
And I see very exact measurements there.
Yeah.
Couple of scoops.
You want to do it yourself?
I guess. Let's try.
Go ahead.
Don't be afraid.
No, that's easy. You can put a little bit more, you can put a little bit less. Depends on what you want and how many you want.
Depends on whether they're friends or enemies?
Yeah, that's true, that's true. But just for the customer, you got to put it in enough.
You want the customers to come back, is that the idea
here? Yes, yes. That's not bad, that's nice.
All right, so you want to put inside the oven this one.
Okay.
And then when you're done, you put a little bit of Parmesan cheese when you serve for the customer.
While that was in the oven, I got hands-on with a famous panzerotti.
All right, so here's our pre-run on what we're doing.
Okay.
We'll take the dough, we'll stretch it out to about the size that you think you can work with it. That's the best way to say it.
Let's just say I was no expert. Can't have holes?
Can't have holes in it. You get a hole in it, you're better off just making pizza bread out of it.
We'll make a small one, like the lunch version. You were kind of pulling it more than I was pushing.
You know? And there's a fine art to it, of exactly how the feel of the pole.
This won't be my job interview then.
This is the job interview. We'll have you work the salads over there. So at this point, you just say what kind of panzerotti you want.
Okay. Mostly meat. Let's do it on mostly meat.
All right,
meat lovers.
Throw a little of everything. I'll throw a little of everything to make Mario's.
Okay.
Throw a little meat in there.
Got to fold over on top of this, right?
Yep, so you don't want it too big. You got to remember you got room for cheese in there too. So get it all in there in the center.
The right way, the wrong way.
Big way, the small way. Right, at nighttime we start with an 8-ounce dough, and then you put your toppings in it. So you're already at a half pound with just dough of your pre-weight. And then just imagine.
And these are what size? These are
that
not
one
eights.
is your size.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a size. But this one would be like a dinner one right here.
Okay.
Where it has all the toppings. Then we grab the dough. Be careful not to rip your dough. Stretch it over almost like a turnover. Key is to get a good twist, because if you don't do it correctly, it's going to blow open in the fryers.
Be a small pizza accident in here, huh? After I got the twist down, we took the panzerottis to the fryer. One at a time, or you do as many as?
You can do as many as you want. If you did one at a time, we would never get everything's cooked.
And after this, they're edible right away.
They are very edible, yep. They'll cook up to that fine, perfect crispness.
Mine I'm not so sure about.
I'm sure it will. That's the good thing, is no matter what they look like on the outside, they always come out looking about the same.
One more step, and then they're finished.
You pour a cup of sauce over top of it.
The famous Mario sauce, which of course, they make it themselves.
Every Monday you get up in the morning, 6:30, and then start to open the restaurant, and then you start to do the sauce. And so the sauce you have to cook it at 7 at 2:30. So after 2:30, and then you put the spice. And the spice, that's everything you have: salt, the pepper, and the rest of the seeds.
All the secrets are in
and
here.
The secret, that's right there inside of this pan.
Enough sauce for the whole week. How many gallons would you say are in this pan here?
Well, I don't know, maybe how many? 65?
65 gallons in there. But this place is about more than the food. It's about family.
Mario used to be over here 30 years. He's become a friend to everybody else around.
Mario and Angelina are great people. It's a family restaurant, and we're all family here, you know. No blood related, but we all get along great and absolutely love it.
You know, family's so important to him, and that's the way you feel when you come in here, like a family. Every time, it doesn't matter if it's morning or afternoon or night, you're treated the same way.
And for some reason, he always remembers us. He always comes over and he always says to my husband, "How's the boss?" And then he pats me on the back.
When you come in here, you have this sense of being loved and cared for. Mario approaches you. He puts his arms around you. If you've had a bad day, you feel almost like a child is being taken care of by its father.
And that hand, it is twice the size of any man's hand I've ever seen. And then you shake it, and the warmth is just beautiful.
There's a sense of warmth that doesn't exist in some other restaurants.
And he's very recognizable too, because he's in the restaurant so much, so he's very recognizable. As a part of the establishment, he kind of is Mario's, because he is Mario.
I'm just Mario. The way I am, that's what we do.
Up the hill, another family is serving up cool and creamy treats from April to September. Ice cream.
Reese's peanut butter.
You scream.
Cookie dough.
We all scream for ice cream. Everybody's got their favorite flavor here at Beechers Ice Cream Shop.
Mine? Oh, to tell you the truth, that chocolate chip cheesecake. That's good. Actually, there's some in there if you want some.
With constantly rotating flavors, you really can't go wrong.
Every summer we try to bring in like at least 5 new flavors of ice cream for you guys to try, so you can always have something new.
We have 16 spots in there that we can put ice cream in. and we probably have around 35 flavors.
The Beechers have been keeping people happy for almost 30 years.
My dad started up the ice cream store about 1981, and it's been going ever since then till now. We started out with the soft serve, and then about 2 years when we got into it, we added the homemade ice cream that we make ourselves.
And they write their own recipes.
Some of it's me, some of it's my dad. We make it together. So, but yeah, we make up new ones. Kind of look at each other and say, you think this would be good? Well, let's try it, you know, and it works out 99.9 of the time.
That 99.9 is keeping the customers pretty darn satisfied.
It must be good because we're still here.
Oh my god, so much better ice cream. Yeah, Mr. Beecher makes it and all that kind of stuff, and it's fun. You get to sit outside on the curb and that kind of stuff. It's like what you used to do years ago.
I don't know, it just tastes better. Homemade ice cream.
It reminds you of when you were a kid. It's a good memory.
I absolutely loved it, and I've loved it since I was a little kid, and I've grown up on it. So, actually on frozen yogurt, not ice cream. It's better for you.
I love their ice cream. It's so creamy and delicious.
Yeah, ice cream is like the best food in the world for me, yeah. I could be a little crazy sometimes. I eat ice cream probably every day in the summer. So yeah, ice cream is good, especially from here.
And if that doesn't convince you that it's good, stop by as the temperatures rise.
In the summer, it's like torture. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do one more. It's like you have to push yourself through it. Because, yeah, you have like a line all the way up to the street. There you go. Thank you. You have a great day.
I think the selling point is definitely just the atmosphere around here, especially in the summertime when people line up along the pavement and just sit here and chill. It's pretty fun.
People are patient and wait, but it's just like crazy. People love this ice cream.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
The downtown revolution started with salsas, traditional Mexican cuisine, a secret margarita recipe, and of course, a little family flavor.
Well, I'm wearing a sombrero, that says it all, right?
The best Mexican place in town.
Right now we just say Viva la Mexica. Viva la Mexica. Viva la Mexica.
Every city needs a good place to get authentic Mexican food. And in Dubuque, that place is Salsas.
I mean, it's the best that we've ate.
This is by far the best.
I haven't ate a lot of Mexican food, but he has, and he's like, God, this is delicious. I haven't had this good.
Not to mention that they've perfected one of the most crucial parts of a Mexican meal.
I especially like the chips and salsa. As you can see, we have none left.
Looks like we need another batch coming down.
That's for sure.
Well, the chips and salsa, I think, tells you the truth about a Mexican restaurant, and this has the best chips and salsa in town.
After the chips and salsa, it's time for the main course.
And then they have the fajita cheese dip thing, which is just, it's just the best thing in the world, I gotta tell you.
No, I had a quesadilla and rice and beans, which I'm still trying to finish here, but they give me so much food that it's hard to finish. I'm a pretty big guy, and I can usually finish all my food, but man, they offer a lot.
I think it's a fun atmosphere. I think there's a lot going on next door. There's a really comfortable bar. There's a lot of margaritas happening.
Seems really traditional.
It's very traditional.
It has a nice traditional flair to it, which is good. And they have chili verde pork on their menu.
Which
Could
is always a
never
good sign.
go wrong with chili verde pork.
Always a good sign.
But where'd those recipes come from?
We're from Guatemala, which is Central America. It's south of Mexico. And we get that question a lot. If you're from Guatemala, how is it that you have a Mexican restaurant? There's a lot of similarities. There's a lot of main staples in the Guatemalan cuisine that also apply to Mexican food. And the flavor is really unique too. It's really good. There's other restaurants in town and other places, but for some reason I've tried them all, and for some reason this one's just a little bit different, and I'm a little biased, of course.
Well, you should be. If you aren't, there's something wrong.
I do like the taste of the food, and I think people do too, because they keep coming back, and that is one of the biggest things we have is word of mouth. We get a lot of compliments, and people seem to really enjoy the dishes.
And let's get back in the kitchen to heat things up.
One of our most popular items is the fajitas. People love the fajitas. We have different types. There are combinations, shrimp, steak, chicken, and people love them because they get a lot. And as you will be able to see towards the end, it comes with a lot of noise and a lot of smoke. So People like it when they bring that out to the table. It's kind of spectacle.
It's a show with
It's a
cooking.
show. It's a show. So they kind of like that.
Fajitas are never a surprise meal, are they?
No, they're not.
You hear and smell them.
Good thing the smoke detectors out that front area, they're not too sensitive, otherwise they'd be going off every minute. The fajita comes, basically you're gonna get 2 plates. One is gonna come with a fajita in the hot plate itself, and then the other one's going to contain like the side dishes such as the beans and the rice and everything else that comes with that, a little bit of salad that comes with it. So it's a big meal.
A full meal.
A big meal. You come with a appetite, that's for sure. Come hungry.
So the hot plate is where the fajita food will come?
Fajita is going to go on top of that, on top of the hot plate.
What specifically causes it to sizzle now?
It's just
is
the
it
steam.
just the moisture?
It's moisture against a hot, very hot surface. That causes the steam and the noise and the crackling.
I imagine a lot of people order fajitas after they hear and see it.
Oh, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. They see it coming in through the aisles and they want to see what it is. So.
What is that? What is that dish? The sizzle factor.
The sizzle. So this is the meal you get. So you can imagine how much food you're being served.
And it's okay if I try it?
Go ahead, please. It's a little hot, so.
Very, very good. There's plenty of cerveza in the building, I hope.
Plenty of cerveza, a lot of good Mexican beer. Margaritas are really good.
Ah, the margaritas.
And margaritas go with hand in hand with Mexican restaurants, so we try to make sure that we offer some of the better ones around, not the best in town.
Obviously, they didn't want to give me their secret.
Well, it's like you said, every restaurant has a secret recipe. Some of them, are not shared with others. That is the case with us. A lot of restaurants like to use orange juice, Mountain Dew, Sprite, depending on which way you want to go. You want to go citrusy, you want to go berry. We have our own recipe also, and we don't like to give it out because we like to keep it unique. And if you ever come down here and try our margaritas, you might be able to taste a little bit of a difference as compared to other places.
Here, everyone's in on the fun.
I brought a lot of friendliness. I want to treat people the way I want to be treated when I go out and eat. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Good. Did you guys get everything you ordered tonight?
But the guy that owns it and all his wait staff, they're fabulous.
They're really nice.
Yeah,
Genuinely
they're
nice.
always nice here.
You guys want another beer, or how we doing?
I think down here, I think this is a great location for it. I think it really encompasses the new Main Street spirit, the renewal that's going on down here. It's personable, it's calm, it doesn't feel franchisey.
We enjoy it, and a lot of people do too, so I'm hoping we're doing something right.
It feels like an authentic Mexican restaurant that is authentically Dubuque, and that's saying a lot.